go its full arc, and that's something that's pretty difficult to keep in mind sometimes, because in regular Crash, or I shouldn't say regular Crash, in the original games, you definitely didn't have to hold it down for as long. So sometimes, like, most of the time I'm good about remembering it, but other times I just forget. You know, it happens. Yo, thank you for the good luck, Fairy. I appreciate it. But yeah, normally I haven't really had problems with Slippery Climb. Like, it's really has not been a bad level for me, but today it is not going very well. Right, Fat Panda, it's generally bad manners to advertise your own stream or other people's streams in another streamer's channel going forward. So please do not do that again. But thanks for hanging out today, and I do appreciate it. Hopefully your good feeling holds water, Chase. I certainly hope it does. Yo, Dark Reapers, long time no see, man. How you doing? There we go. Bit scary, but it worked. What's going on, Biggie Cheese? How you doing today, buddy? What do you mean, by the way? Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go for it, especially if sometimes you just gotta go for it, especially if it's especially if you're like trying to go for really fast strats, like if you're trying to go for like really optimal stuff. But yeah, definitely, like, sometimes you're feeling friskier than others, I would say. Like, sometimes you feel like really encouraged to go for stuff, but at the same time, other times you're like, you know, kind of timid too. And sometimes being timid or patient can help you, but other times it cannot. All Gems is not, it's not as painful as you think, Dark Reapers. There are a lot of mistakes that can cost you a lot of time, but only the 6 levels with colored gems are the ones where you can't die. Aside from those levels, you can die all you want in the clear gem levels, and there's not a big deal. The original vultures, they look kind of mean in the original game. Indeed, Chase. They're kind of like, they definitely don't mess around. And I think in Crash 1, they definitely went out of their way for the game to be scary, or at least to appear intimidating. Definitely so with the birds. I'm not really sure why they would do that. There's definitely nothing wrong with Sesame Street the way it was. Hardest level in the game after Stormy Ascent? I'm not sure. I really don't know what I would call the hardest level. Hog Wild. Hog Wild because of that one jump. Dang, rip Biggie Cheese. I think Omega Mario was talking about a different post rather than yours, Yin Yang. I think you good. Yeah, Insanity Beach. The high road is hard, but I personally don't have much trouble with it. That is not what I implicated either, Biggie Cheese. Take a chill pill, man. The level with 1 checkpoint. Slippery Climb has 1 checkpoint. And there's like another level. The lab has 1 checkpoint as well. Exactly, Paul. The jump. The jump that we all know and love. These turtle cycles have been pretty favorable for me lately. I wonder if that has to do with getting double mass, third mass form, or or at all. The green gem level, that one has more than one checkpoint, Reapers. The high road definitely has more than one checkpoint. Yo, Benjamin, what's going on, man? How you doing today? And what's up, Wolf Zone? Long time no see for you as well. Life is good. Life is good. I'm not feeling as physically well as I have the past few days, but sometimes that happens. You know, sometimes you wake up and you're feeling a little bit groggy and, you know, a little bit out of it. But life is good in general, for sure. It's all good. Yo, thank you for the good luck, Benjamin, by the way. I do appreciate it. And I certainly hope so, right in time for to earn. Ever play a Sly Cooper games? Not very much. My one of my friends back home is a big Sly Cooper fan, and we played a little bit at his house when we were younger. But aside from that, I have very little other experience with Sly Cooper. I've heard they're good games though. They do look pretty interesting. But I personally don't play them very much. What about yourself, though, Chase? I know, today is August 1st. That's crazy. That is definitely crazy. How long am I going to be grinding Crash 1? I'm not really sure. Like, I'm kind of just playing it by ear and seeing what I feel like doing each day. Lately, I've been really enjoying Crash 1 All Gems, and the category has definitely been pretty fun to run. I definitely have been doing a lot of full trilogy any percent type stuff, so I've been kind of hopping back and forth between Crash 1, 2, and 3 any percent, as well as doing full trilogy back-to-back-to-back runs. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Thursday is my next day streaming, so we'll end up seeing what I feel like doing on that day. There'd be such good speedrunning games if the cutscenes were skippable or shorter. I know what you mean. I've heard that the cutscenes are unskippable, and that, you know, that does happen sometimes. RPG games are kind of the same way. Like, there's some cutscenes you can skip. There's other cutscenes that you got to sit through and watch, and that definitely can kind of break up the tension or the flow of the run for sure. Yo, nice, Psychex. I'm glad it was a good episode. Welcome back. Do you like the DualShock 4 more than PS2s? I like the DualShock 4. I'm very used to it now by playing the Insane Trilogy a lot. So, I definitely do like the controller quite a lot. I prefer the DualShock 1 when it comes to PlayStation 1 or 2 controllers. I tend to like the feel of a DualShock 1 better compared to the DualShock 2. That sucks. But I don't know if I like one better than the DualShock 4. Like, I don't think like the DualShock 4 and the DualShock 1 I like for different reasons. I keep sliding off. Dang, that's pretty frustrating. It looks like you can land on the far edge of that plant, but you really can't. As you can see. What happened to the last run? Slippery climb happened. Slippery climb happened. DualShock 3 I definitely did not like as much. That's the one I definitely do not prefer to use. It's not terrible, but I definitely don't like it as much. Yeah, slippery pants. Oh god. Slippery plants. Slippery pants can get degenerate as well. But yeah, I don't like to focus too much on like, oh, slippery climb, such a shit level, it's so hard, because like you then start to build that's how you build mental blocks. So I definitely don't like to spend too much mental energy on being like, oh, this level's so hard, it's been terrible for me today, because I feel like overall it's not good. It's not good mentally for speedrunning. What's up, Nisaya? How's it going? Excuse me. That's an excellent emote for the slippery pants slip up, for that matter. I think I know what you're saying about the grip. Like the analog sticks for the DualShock 4 feel a little bit hard to grab a hold of, but overall the controller feels really solid and it's very ergonomic. Yeah, new DLC incoming for sure. Slippery pants and dark holes. Oh no. Oh no. I'm glad you're doing well, Nisaya. That's good to hear. That is very awesome to hear. I'm playing Mortal Kombat X. I've had a genre change in likes. Wait, what do you mean? Oops. Yeah, exactly, Sarah. And what's up? Good afternoon to you as well. How are you doing? Isn't Slippery Climb Stormy Ascent? No, they're two separate levels. Slippery Climb is the one that's always been in Crash 1, and then Stormy Ascent is the level that was taken out of Crash 1 and is now available as DLC. For me, I'm getting a little bit tired of the Crash Woe meme. Like, it's pretty funny, but like at the same time, I definitely do get tired of it. It kind of starts to feel like the same thing over and over again. Too much of anything can start to feel like that, though. It's not just that meme in particular. But the alt level, they are the same theme, Benjamin, so they're similar levels. Slippery Climb happened, Psychex. It needs, yeah, something needs to be spiced up, Ramatron. Something needs to be spiced up. Sometimes I kind of feel like my thumbs slip, but for the most part, it's okay. It's definitely not terrible. You can never have too much steak, though. Good point. You may have found the exception to the rule. Or bacon, for that matter. Or chocolate. There are a small handful of things you can never have too much of. That's for sure. Wasn't there another rejected level? There are some beta levels and themes that did not get put into the game. There's also the extended version of Sunset Vista, which had a whole nother level on top of the floor where the level ends, and that's pretty crazy if you've never seen that before. Beyond that, I don't actually know. Beyond that, I don't actually know, or if there's anything from Crash 2 and 3 that got unused or was taken out of the game. Sell it ASAP is their advice. I didn't realize the memes had a market, for that matter. That's pretty meta. Favorite Final Fantasy? I don't even play like a ton of Final Fantasy, but 7 is definitely my favorite of the ones that I have played. First try hog jump. Yeah. Yeah. Swole. Well, not really. Not really swole these days. At one point in time, yes, but today is not one of those days. Yo, Raffy Boy, what's going on? How you doing? Turned off from Street Fighter and such, and now you like them all again? I mean, your taste definitely changes sometimes. Like, I've had things fall out of favor for me where, like, I don't like this thing anymore and I want to try this thing, and then I come back to this thing. You know, it definitely happens. Excuse me. What's up, SSJ Mate? Welcome back. How's it going? Can you pat your head and rub your tummy? I can rub my head and pat my tummy. Not the other way around, though. It's kind of hard, though. Like, it's harder than you think. 7 out of 10 burp. Oh, it seems to be a concurrence. 2 of the exact same ratings. There you go. Bayern is playing bad at the moment. Is that is this football we're talking about? See, here's the thing. I just did it though, Yin Yang. So I guess be prepared for space and time to collapse at any moment. Did I forget to split? I did. I did indeed. Thank you for reminding me. And how's it going? Mustika Tasu, by the way. How are you doing? I'll fix it in a second. Don't know why I decided to go for that. I never go for that fire thing because it usually goes wrong. And that definitely reminded me of why I don't do that. You're welcome, Yin Yang. Anytime. I think that hitbox there appears a little early. Like, I think that hitbox appears a little early, honestly, for the fire, but at the same time, you know, at the same time, it happens. It happens for sure. Yo, Paris, what's going on? How are you doing? I see, I see. Yeah, if it's a test match, you know, anything can happen when it's the real deal and things are on the line. Yeah, I need Doctor Who to counter me screwing up the space and time continuum. Wasted. Crash Theft Auto or Grand Theft Bandicoot. I kind of like Grand Theft Bandicoot. Let's go with that instead. Doing good? Well, that's good to hear. And definitely no worries on the lurking. Feel free to enjoy the stream however you like. Do 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 do. And thus Crash Bandicoot was born. Indeed. But yeah, Grand Theft Bandicoot needs to be a thing. Not just a mod, but like its own game. I hope you're listening, Vicarious Visions. And Activision for that matter. It needs to happen. Brash Candicoot. Ah. You got me there. You got me there, man. New Donk City. Live from New Donk City, it's Brash Candicoot. Chris, don't read this out loud. Okay, I won't read this out loud. Oh! I need to go back for this token. Rip mass, man. Nailed it. Pretty much nailed it, Yin Yang. New Donk City is from Mario Odyssey? Wait, really? Huh. Yo, what's going on, Kazi? Is the game worth it? Yin Yang Foxes has your answer. Hell yeah, it's worth it. If you've got a PS4 and $40 to spare, definitely check it out. It is awesome value, and it's so much fun. It is kind of crazy to think that the Insane Trilogy came out a month ago. Like, it's definitely, it definitely does not feel like it's been a month. It's amazing how the time flies, honestly. Open world called New Donk City. New Donk City, for some reason, feels like it's kind of weird to put in a Mario game. Like, it seems a little bit too, like... It seems a little bit too, like, vulgar. For a Mario game. That's why I was, like, initially doubtful. Who needs mask anyway? Real men don't use masks. Yeah, I wonder if Mario is growing up a little bit, Pander Sarah. I wonder. Do I know the Rabbids? I know that there is some kind of Mario game that's crossed with the Rabbids, but that is about all I know about that. Yeah, I would give it somewhere between like an 8 to 8.5 if you look at it from a non-Crash Bandicoot fan perspective. But if you're a Crash fan, it's like a solid 9 or a 9.5. To be quite honest, I thought I pressed the split button. I guess not, though. Yo, what's going on, V Gaming? How you doing, man? And yo, thank you. I'm glad you liked the stream. Yeah, I don't want to go into that. I don't really want to go into that at this point, V Gaming, any further. But I appreciate you having my back, though. Like, I do appreciate it quite a lot. One month ago and still #1 in sale in the UK. Not at all surprised, Rimmer. This game has definitely exceeded everybody's expectations. Oh, damn! I screwed up the jump. That's possible. That's possible, Sarah. That like it might just be a North American thing, and either they don't care about that, or they don't care about that, or at the same time, it's fine. Uh-oh. Nope. Rip. Alright, I gotta wait for him to come around again. Because there, I wanted to try to make an early cycle, and I think I just messed up, like, my jump angle there. And I basically caught myself off guard. What's going on, Zekro and Clone at Work? Thank you for the good luck. How are you guys doing? And yo, thank you for the reminder, Biz. I definitely pay attention to that. Like, every time I go into the third cycle, I'm like, oh crap. Yeah, I need to check to make sure I don't blow myself up. Crash Theft Bandicoot. I kind of like Grand Theft Bandicoot because it makes it more obvious what it is, but that also gets the point across. Yeah, donk is a American slang for basically butt. A donk is also a car, which is like an older American car that gets and the person basically installs like huge wheels, like 24 or 28-inch wheels on it, and basically makes it really tall. That is also a donk. To me, one of these donks is better than the other, and I'll let you guys guess which one you think it is. Grand Theft Bandicoot sounds like somebody stealing all the Bandicoots. In an alternate universe, anything is possible, for that matter. What's up, Madhouse? How you doing? Yeah, it's probably just a thing where, like, you know, it's probably just a culture thing, to be honest. It's probably just a culture thing at that point. Grand Theft Donk. You know, that is actually pretty relatable to Grand Theft Auto. You could actually commit Grand Theft Donk. I don't think you should, but it is a thing you could do. Nah, that's okay. The Grand Theft Wumpa is also a thing. Somebody stealed all the Wumpa fruits. Yo, what's going on, JLU? How are you doing today? Also known as Grand Theft Booty. Exactly. Grand Theft Booty, Grand Theft Car, Grand Theft Donkey Kong, Grand Theft Donk, for that matter. Is the Cortex Conspiracy DLC, or is that the full name of the game, Ramatron? Asking the real questions here. Do I know the feeling when I want to play an MMO so badly? Me personally, no. But I can't imagine what that feeling's like. Exactly, SSJ, exactly. Finally got the Platinum Relic for this stage. Nice, congrats. Are you currently going for all plats, or are you just kind of taking it one step at a time? No, I don't need a time sink, Yin Yang. I have very little free time as is. I do not need another time sink. Trust me, I wish I had time to do all the things, but I feel like getting introduced to an MMO is not a good idea for me right now. What's going on, Nacho Cheese? How you doing? Every time you turn on the stream, I'm playing Lost City. I like it here. What can I say? It's the best level. How are you doing, by the way? You basically just have to count Pandarsera. The main thing I count on, basically what I do in that bonus is I just count to 5. Like every time I only pay attention to the bottom boxes that I'm bouncing on. I count to 5 and then move on to the next one. Count to 5, move on to the next one. And that's basically what I end up doing. So it makes it really simple because you don't really care what happens to the top box. You just need to make sure that the bottom box doesn't come out from underneath you. 200 Wumpa Fruit in one bonus? I think that's the most in one bonus. I don't think there are any other bonuses that have that much Wumpa Fruit. The Lost City's a long level, so it's pretty likely that you'll come across the Lost City in a run, compared to something like the Great Hall, for example. So it actually is like somewhat likely that you could pop into the stream and Lost City is playing, especially with it being so early in the run. So you're more likely to reach that level than some later levels as well. Unless the top doesn't break, one breaks. Yeah, as far as like the aim goes, like you need to make sure you're kind of close to this side of the box. Like you want to be closer to the left side so that way you don't accidentally hit the other box, which you saw me do there and I was able to recover. But you got to make sure that you don't start triggering other boxes, because that's when you start getting confused and that's when it starts to get really difficult. Gross. A Kaizo crash would be very interesting though. I'd be all about trying that. I really would though. The level where every run ends, Magatoth. Because it's true. Either way you slice it, if you die in the run and the run's over, or if you finish the level, the run's over. It just is. The Thumpin' Wumpa side of things? What do you mean by Thumpin' Wumpa? I'm a little bit confused. All plats eventually? Okay. The lab generator room and one I can't remember. Those are both too hard time trials. Maybe the high road is one of your remaining plats as well. But definitely generator room and the lab are tough. Do 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 do. They bring back tub thumping. Crash doesn't need any cross promotion though. He definitely stands alone. Story of the Crash DLC and Skylanders. Oh, okay. I know nothing about the Skylanders story, so that is definitely going way over my head. You got the bridge levels already? Okay, fair enough. Didn't even realize Chumbawamba is also Australian. Yeah, there might be a connection there. There might be a connection there. Alright, back to any percent strats for a couple levels. Native Fortress? Oh, okay. Native is hard, just in general. Did I play any other Crash... Oh. Did I play any other Crash games like Mine Over Mutant, etc.? No, I did not. The latest game in the series that I played was Twinsanity. And I did not personally care for it upon first impression. There we go. That's better. Do 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 do. Bum 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 ba da 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 da. This is as close as we may get to Grand Theft Crash. If they ever do remake Twinsanity, they better allow us to backtrack for gems. That seems like a mistake in the original game. Yo, what's going on, Blaze? How you doing today? Do 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 do. I've heard Crash of the Titans was okay. It's not really like a Crash game, but I've heard that the Crash of the Titans was all right as a video game in general. I'm working on it, SSJ. I'm working on it. Sometimes things go wrong. And neither could I. Neither could I when I was younger, for sure. All right, Boulder Dash. Crash of the Titans Insane Trilogy. I don't know about that. With online co-op, with blackjack and hookers, maybe you could entice me, but that's going to be a tough sell. Titans and Mutants are super underrated. Fair enough. Like, I think that, like, they get a bad reputation, but at the same time, like, there's definitely, I can definitely understand people having, like, an expectation of, like, oh, this is a Crash Bandicoot game, it should be this way, but it's not. Like, it's a totally, like, radical departure. Definitely not everybody's gonna like that. Welcome back, Yin Yang. Didn't miss a whole lot, I think. Just Road to Nowhere. Crash Bandicoot meets Eminem. That would be kind of sick. I don't know how. I wonder if Crash has some sick bars that he just plays dumb as a persona. And he's just waiting to drop his fire mixtape and set the world on fire. But yeah, they're definitely their own thing, and I think you have to. I think you really should treat them separately. You know, Magatoth I think has the right idea, where you just gotta treat them separately. You gotta treat them as totally different games, and do not expect them to be like the originals. Tony Hawk's Crash Bandicoot 3 Horizon Zero Dawn. Yes, yes, and Knuckles. Can't forget the end Knuckles. That's the most important part. Oh man. Sunset Vista. Let's do this. Which franchise has the worst reputation in present day? I would say that, like, probably Crash up until this point. Like Sonic is still a thing. Like, I think, like, but like Crash just like wasn't really a thing for a while, until this game came out. But probably Sonic, which is unfortunate because I love the Sonic games. You know, the Sonic games are definitely really awesome, but they've had like kind of repeated mediocre titles that have come out in the past, like, you know, several years. Oh, come on. It still sells well, and it's still a franchise that's around, you know, around and kicking, but it's definitely, but it definitely does not have the same quality. Crash is a bit hard to compare it to because Crash just had Stone Cold nothing for a long time until the Insane Trilogy, and the Insane Trilogy is awesome and a huge success. So, it's definitely... Oh, there you go. It is definitely a, it is definitely hard to compare the two directly, but I probably will still say Sonic has not redeemed himself, after the years of mediocre games. Hopefully Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces, help his reputation, though, for sure. Yo, Madoc, what's going on? How you doing? Game of the Century Edition, Zekromaster. Exactly. T-Walk and Nitro Kart. I like Wrath of Cortex. Wrath of Cortex is definitely a fun game. It's not quite the same as the original trilogy, but it is fun, for sure. Oh, if only we were fast enough to make that cycle. I don't think it's possible. I think, like, you're just not going to make that cycle if you go for the checkpoint. Life is good, Madoc. Feeling a little bit under the weather today, but life is good otherwise, for sure. It definitely had its own vibe, but it also felt familiar. Like it looked, of course, very close to Crash Bandicoot Warped. So it's kind of familiar, but at the same time, it is different with a lot of vehicle levels and, you know, just kind of its own feel, like you mentioned. Definitely not everything is a hit. Some of the vehicle levels I'm not a huge fan of. Like, they're too slow or they're too, like, imbalanced. They're a little imbalanced. But it is a fun experience. Yo, thanks, Madoc. The run is going okay. The run is definitely going okay, and we're trying to bring it back right now. Been having a hard time getting a really solid run going. There's just been like a good amount of deaths and just like bad things happening. Oh. That, for example, was a mistake I made where I tried to get away with not jumping off the top of that box to make sure that I could make the piston cycle so I didn't die, and I died anyway. I died anyway because if you don't jump off of that bottom box, it doesn't actually give you a high enough bounce. Yeah, different, but not like too different. You know, it kind of hit a nice balance of familiar and unfamiliar at the same time. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony, Zekro. I know you're just having fun with it, SSJ, but I think that's enough for the wasted. Just don't fall into dark holes. I'll do my best. I'll do my best, Raph. Did I miss that jump box from the lizard? No. I got it, and I got all of the boxes afterwards, so we are good to go, Velcrafting. If irony can mean like iron, can I be unironically irony? Yes. Yes, you can. Not wasted? Nah, that doesn't work. Definitely not a suitable replacement. Definitely do not need any extra reminders that I have died, SSJ. My ugly twin brother. Damn. Damn, Yang. That's a bit rough. Would love to see some Resident Evil. One of these days I would like to do, one of these days I would like to try maybe learning Resident Evil 4 speedruns. Excuse me. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if I'm in the market for a totally new game like that at some point. What's going on, Raz? Life is good. Life is good. I'm definitely feeling a little bit under the weather. Definitely not feeling like super fresh today. But life is good in general. Can you send me pizza? Dude, I'm ready for the catch. Throw it to me. It really is, though, Yin Yang. But that's good, though. You're having fun with it. Already did? Bam. Got it. Nailed it. What was my time last time? Are you talking about my PB? Because my PB is a 2:04:10 with loads. The transatlantic trip would require too much force? Nonsense. If we get Koala Kong to throw it for us, he can throw it away all the way around the world. I believe it. Does UPS send pizza? They probably could, but I don't know if it would be very good by the time it arrived, unfortunately. Got to keep the distance to a minimum when it comes to pizza, or make it travel really fast. It kind of looks like he's doing some leg day, though, Crash Bandicoot 09. And what's up, by the way? Like, you can definitely see some definition on his legs now that wasn't there before. But he's definitely got a long way to go to catch up to his upper body. Yeah, that was not a very good, definitely not very good RNG there. You can indeed, JLU. You don't have to keep running around like a crazy man. You can just spin them. The very last boulder, though, you either have to spin it really early while it's still in the air, or you have to wait for it to come to a complete stop. If you would try to spin it when it's still kind of tumbling around on the ground, then you will get hit. Kind of strange, as a matter of fact. Yo, welcome back, Ben. How is Charlotte going for you? And what's up, Gaming Expert, as well? Good to see you, man. Do 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 do. I mean, he can keep doing what he's doing, absolutely. But if he doesn't start doing some more leg day and getting his legs more caught up, then the same thing is going to keep happening to him every time. I'm feeling pretty good, Gaming Expert. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so I'm not like 100%, not feeling 100% physically, but life is good in general, for sure. You watch Dragon Ball Z? How far along are you in Dragon Ball Z, for that matter? All right, we'll stop it there, Sarah. I see where you're going with that, but we'll stop it there. Just so things don't get too cray-cray. At the beginning of episode 108. So, like, how many episodes are there total in the, like, Dragon Ball series in particular, and Dragon Ball Z alone, for that matter, as well? There we go. Having a full chronology in a notebook of mine? Yeah, I don't actually know. I know there's a lot of episodes in the series, but I don't know exactly, like, how many episodes there were. DBZ alone is 291. Oh, okay. That's going to take a long time. So, first, if I were to start watching Dragon Ball, what would you guys suggest would be the order of stories? Like, Dragon Ball... Like, do I do just Dragon Ball into Dragon Ball Z and then Dragon Ball Super, or should I do it in a different order than that? Definitely a lot of other people's religion as well. My girlfriend, for one, really enjoys Dragon Ball, and she's been getting really into Dragon Ball Super. Oh, I totally forgot about GT, actually. Dragon Ball's for kids? I mean, it's anime. It's cartoons. It's cartoons, and I actually am a child inside, so it all works out. Dragon Ball Z, then GT. And then Super, I guess, is last, right? Like, you want to do Super last? Important to see how villains turn into heroes. That's the thing, like, I want to close the loop on that stuff. Like, even if Dragon Ball is not as good as Dragon Ball Z is, like, I still want to, like, pay it respect, and I still want to, like, actually watch it for story development's sake. Okay, so I got stuck up there. What's going on, Mosh? How you doing? GT isn't canon and isn't worth the watch. Fair enough. Go watch GT anyway, it's cool. Alternate timelines are pretty interesting, though, but I guess, like, you want to watch Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z and then go into, like, GT and Super if you want to do more, basically. That's what it comes across as for me. What's going on, Sweel Pa, by the way? How's it going? Or Sweet Pa, excuse me. Those are two I's, not I-L. It is, though. It is, though, Pandra Sarah. The life is being neglected. He'll be fine. He'll get over it. He'll get over it. He's been ignored before. He'll understand in the name of speed. That's good, though. Not much is good. That means things are A-okay. As for me, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but definitely making the most of it, and still having a good time regardless. There are Dragon Ball movies as well. How many? And, like, where in the storyline do they come up? I remember being really surprised that Initial D third stage, normally Initial D seasons are called, like, first stage, second stage, and so on. Initial D third stage, which is the third season, is just a movie. It's literally a 2-hour-long movie that basically bridges the gap between the second and the fourth season, which is kind of weird. But it's very good. It's just like that one season, like, in the middle ends up just being a 2-hour movie, but all the other seasons are longer with like 30-minute episodes. Well, I guess 25-minute episodes, in all actuality. Yo, GSR, how's it going? Nowhere non-canon? Okay. DBZ abridged? Those abridged episodes are hilarious. If we're talking about the same kind of abridged movies. Or, abridged videos, excuse me. But yeah, I was just curious. I don't know when I would start watching Dragon Ball, but like it's good to know like going forward like how I can watch it better. And before somebody tries to do the gutter move. Oh, I'm definitely going to do the gutter move in this speed run. Whoa! How did that happen? What is the equivalent of the gutter move in Crash 1 all Gems speedruns? I actually don't know. Like, what is the equivalent of the gutter move? That's such a ridiculous thing to say. But I really want to know. Because I love the gutter move. Have I gotten through Death Note yet? No. Claire Redfield with the $1.
If two men were on the moon and one killed the other with a rock, would that be duty or what? Duty 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 time to steal a bike.
Oh man, that had a little bit of everything, didn't it? Yo, Claire Redfield, thank you for the $1. I do appreciate it. You have to watch Initial D. You have to watch Initial D to understand what the gutter move is. Reset. I don't actually have to reset because I died before the first checkpoint, so it's not a big deal. I like the whole like my car won't start. That was my favorite part. The my car won't start and the duties are probably my favorites. I wasn't gonna spoil it, but Panda Emic basically explains it perfectly there. Yo, Partial, what's going on, dude? In due time, we will touch the other Crash games. But yeah, DBZ Abridged is pretty comical. Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is also pretty fantastic as well. That's awesome, actually, that they put it in Arcade Stage 4. I wonder if it's in Stage 8, because I know, because at the arcade I go to, they have Initial D V8 and Maximum Tune 5. I'm wondering if in V8 it's still there. Feel tired, want a game, but don't know what to do? Well, what games do you have available? Or what games are you interested in? Can you donate with Bitcoins? You probably have to convert them into dollars at some point. You probably have to convert them into dollars first, Zekro. I don't think you can donate in Bitcoin straight away. I don't think there was anything to get there, V-Gaming. I think it was just supposed to be a crazy text-to-speech with many, many things going on. Really realistic? Okay. Because I noticed that it did feel kind of sim-like compared to like Stage 3, which was the last which was the last like arcade version that I had played. But I didn't check for gutter moves. So I was just curious if they still had it in there. A few games, but you're aching? What's a chill game for when you're aching? Like maybe a visual novel would be good for you. Get back to me in about 50 years, Zekro, and I'll let you know. Oh, I see. I mean, I personally love sim racers, so like, I definitely think that Initial D V8 kind of appeals to me. But at the same time, I do like the arcadiness too, and that was something I really liked about Maximum Tune as well. And Maximum Tune 5 feels really smooth. Like, I do like that game quite a lot. I could pump money into freaking Maximum Tune and Initial D if I was a lesser man with no discipline. Yo, that was really close. Okay, so apparently if you just go for it like immediately after the bonus is over, if you jump, you're fine. If you hesitate just a little bit, you're gonna get hit. But if you just go straight away, or if you wait for the barrel to jump right past you, you can do it. Wangan Midnight definitely is not as good of an anime, I think, as Initial D is, but the games are freaking amazing. I definitely really enjoy them. You're definitely dreaming big there with the full Crash Saga max percent run. That would probably take weeks. That would probably take weeks to do. Yeah, I had a mask and it wasn't a big deal, but it is possible if you get hit with a mask that you could fall into the toxic sludge because getting hit bounces you up a little bit. So it can still be risky with a mask. Yo, Koala Master, how's it going? Like, I've thought about doing like a marathon where I go through like all of the Crash games that like I have not played or completed to basically just give a full sampling of the games. But I don't know like if or when I would want to do it, or like exactly what games would be involved. There might be some games that I just flat out say no to. There might be some games that I just flat out say no to, but going through all the Crash games I haven't played yet seems like an interesting idea. Actually shifting the gears? Oh yeah. Yeah, the fact that you get a 6-speed transmission and it's on the left side of some machines where you actually have to shift with your left hand, that's super cool. I love that. A solid week for RAS loadings alone. Damn. That's why you just get the Xbox 360 version and download it digitally, because the load times are pretty fast on that version of the game. What Crash games haven't I played yet? The GBA games. Excuse me. I have not finished Twin Sanity, so that technically counts. Titans, Mind Over Mutant, Boom Bang, Nitro Kart, Tag Team Racing. So there's a lot, actually, that I need to catch up on. And yo, Lakin, what's going on, dude? How you doing? I just never really was interested in those games for one reason or another. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ah, bad jump. Tag team racing is a lot of fun. I've heard tag team racing is not bad. People seem to like tag team racing better than Nitro Kart, for that matter. But that neither of them really compare to CTR. But to be fair, not a whole lot does. Whoa, dude. That was really interesting. Like, the hogs were in like a really interesting cycle. I don't know what caused that. Very weird. Yo, Hypno, what's happening, man? Do 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 do. That's what I've been told, is like the Mind Over Mutant cutscenes are the reason why you play it. Like, those are the reasons why you play Mind Over Mutant. There we go. Cutscenes are a 10 out of 10. The game's like a 5. So it averages out. It averages out depending on how highly you value cutscenes. That's not so bad. There we go. How did it land on that box without breaking it or spinning? Because programming. That's the way I did it. Apparently, if you fall on top of a box while you're holding right or doing horizontal movement, then you will just sit on top of the box. It won't break. It won't do anything. You can literally just stand there. So knowing that, I'm able to basically just run a little bit to the right before I land on the box, and it's fine. It basically treats it like the ground. And then I just basically do my thing in the bonus. Fighting Dingo in Crash 3? Nice, Psychex. Are you doing it with the cheese strats, or are you doing it with the or are you doing it the intended way? What's up, Dead Z2, by the way? Thank you. How's it going, by the way? It doesn't work, don't know why. It works, don't know why. I actually do think I know why, though. I pretty much do the same thing every time and I'm able to replicate it very consistently. What's going on, Flair? How you doing? But yeah, if you just run like a little bit to the right, like as you land on top of the box, then that basically is how it works. What do you mean strats? It's shorthand for strategies, like basically how you approach or how you do a particular part of the level. Bum 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 bum. Stormy Ascent's little bro. I kind of like to think of Stormy Ascent as Slippery Climb's big brother rather than Slippery Climb being Stormy Ascent's little bro. They both definitely deserve some respect for sure. Crash doesn't have a hitbox if you move forward, only a hurt box. Interesting. I wonder how that... It doesn't make a whole lot of sense playing into what happens there. But, oh, never mind. I'm probably thinking about it too literally. I think I understand what you're saying, Madhouse. Oh, the strat? Glitch high jump over the crystals. Over the ice crystals, and you'll be able to go directly to Dingo Dial and hit him. That was really, really bad. I'm very glad to be alive right now. That was very scary. I probably shouldn't have jumped there, but I got a little worried because I didn't know when he was going to throw the vial. So I didn't want to be in the landing zone when he threw it because I would definitely get hit. So I decided to jump and see how that worked, and that was scary. I almost got sniped right out of the air. It really does, though, Magatoth. All right, now we get to do the bonus. Although I don't know technically why, knowing the setup and knowing that it does work pretty much every time is definitely good enough for my purposes. It works, so we're just going to keep doing it that way. Glitch high jump, you slide, jump, and then press spin immediately after you do the slide jump. But yeah, Slippery Climb is definitely full of close calls and leaps of faith. It really is. Hey, we did it! We did it! Watching this makes my palms sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks... Okay, I'll stop. As the prisoner says, fired scientists, they are dissenters. I believe they are Cortex dissenters. I definitely believe they are Cortex dissenters. The red gem is so pretty, though. It does. It does. It really does, especially after that level. Yo, Dan13, what's going on, man? How you doing? And yo, I'm definitely very happy. I'm I'm definitely very happy. That we got through that level. Can you use that strat in a speedrun? Yes. Yeah, there's no limitations on strategies and speedruns unless it's like a major skip usually. And it's usually outlined in the rules. Otherwise, you can do whatever you want. Wait, you actually have a bowl of spaghetti IRL shed? That's actually awesome. Huge coincidence for that matter as well. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get hit there. Well, I got hit there. That's okay. Yeah, there you go. It's not too bad to do those last few jumps, because I like know where the platforms are. But in fumbling in the dark, if I get hit, it's way worse because I don't know them nearly as well. So if I find a new major skip glitch, I can use it in no game over abuse or no item glitch. You can technically use it, Zekromaster, as long as the rules allow it. So if you find something new and it complies to the rules of those categories, you can submit it. And it might be separated into another category later on, so it'll get evened out, like it'll get split off into its own thing. So it's not unfair to the rest of the runners in that category. But you could, in theory, do it because it complies with all the rules. You only follow glitchless speedruns? Yeah, like I tend to do like no major glitch speedruns myself. But there are some speedruns that have a nice there are some speedruns that have a nice like glitch exhibition, or they have like a certain amount of glitching that's doesn't like totally break the game wide open, you know. It's like a healthy amount, so to speak. But yeah, like true any percent, anything is allowed. There are no restrictions when it comes to an any percent run. Like true any percent. Don't get how glitches get separated, because like in Crash 2, for example, there's the item glitch, which allows you to just duplicate items, and then there's the game over abuse glitch. So no game over abuse doesn't allow either of those. Crash, meanwhile, you know, any percent allows the item duplication glitch, which is better than game over abuse, and then the game over abuse category doesn't allow the item glitch, but you can do the game over abuse glitch. So, you know, it basically is just what kind of runs do people want to do, and you set up the rules that way. Is there any reason to hang on to Aku? Getting third mass form is definitely a good thing. Is definitely a good thing across the Insane Trilogy in general. There are times where you do want to damage abuse, though. Like, I technically could have damage abused once back there to go a little bit faster and to get a little bit better placement for this third mass form. But it's okay, because we end up getting third mass form all the way there, which is really where we want it anyway. So it kind of works out. But, like, it depends on how important the glitch is. Like, it depends on how much it affects the run, as Bill mentioned. What's going on, Real Crash Bandicoot, by the way? Yes. Yeah, you do get a big speed boost with Turbo Aku. And he does help you clear, like, huge, like, batches of boxes like that. Oh, jeez. I've screwed that up. Yeah, your reminder came in a little late, Ben. I had already spawned by the time your message came through. But basically... But yeah, for speedrunning, it's good to have a third mass form. It is very good indeed. Helps you get through a lot of stuff more easily and faster too. What's going on, BRT? How you doing, man? Bum bum. It's all good though. Like really, this Jaws has been not bad, generally speaking. Didn't 3 Aku slow you down? It did in the original Crash 2. But in Insane Trilogy, it works just fine. You want third mass form very often across all 3 games. In Crash 3, you sometimes want to avoid it just because it doesn't really help you, and the animation of getting third mass form makes it a little bit slower. But for the most part, you do want it everywhere you can. Oh yeah, 89 is that box. Okay. For some reason, I thought I missed a box. But we good. It isn't always beneficial on Crash 2. I could probably see a level or two where that works. It's probably better overall in Crash 2. What's my favorite Crash game? Crash 1 in the Insane Trilogy, and for the OG Trilogy, it's kind of close between Crash 2 and 3. But I would probably say Crash 3 at this point. Oh, yeah, that TNT just, like, did not come down for a second. That's very weird. Never seen that before. Yeah, there's definitely, like, different ways you can do a lot of the bonuses, Sarah. That's okay. We got the checkpoint right here. You don't really get boosted with third mass form in Crash 2. I mean, you don't technically because, like, your slide spinning doesn't go faster, but what makes it faster is the fact that third mass form basically helps you clear big batches of boxes. It helps you clear obstacles that you would have to wait for otherwise. So being able to have invincibility and just blow through parts of the level that you ordinarily would have to tiptoe around or wait for, that basically, you basically don't have to do that anymore with third mass form. So it does still have its benefits in levels where you do have a lot of stuff in your way, or you have a lot of boxes, you know, things like that. TNT tried to troll me. That would have been bad, though, if it got stuck and then, like, suddenly, like, a box didn't break properly, because then you would just have to restart the bonus again. They keep the bonus as a checkpoint in 2 and 3. I like that. I think that's a good change overall. I think that got kind of awkward sometimes in Crash 2 and 3, where you would, after a bonus, you would have to go, like, way back into the level, and that definitely feels bad. Wow, that was kind of close. Digga-digga-doo. Bugga-digga-dum. Boom, boom, boom. Those walls, though, they're really tough. Like, the cycles are kind of dynamic. It feels like for those sandwich makers, is what I like to call them. It gets really like they kind of change a little bit. Like they're kind of not in total sync with one another. It's weird. 99 lives. We're getting close. We're getting close. I don't mind them making bonuses into checkpoints, honestly. Like, it makes it a little bit easier and more forgiving for the average player, which is nice. For us, it doesn't really matter as much, but it does. I think it's definitely a good decision especially for the average player. No, they were not. They actually were in Crash 1. Excuse me, Flare. If you completed a bonus, then it would become a checkpoint. In Crash 1. In Crash 2 and 3, they were not checkpoints. But in the Insane Trilogy, across all 3 games, bonus becomes checkpoints, I believe. It's late here and I'm a radio DJ again. The sweet ASMR sounds of twitch.tv/KRISMARQZ. Oh, you did? Awesome, Flare. Did you, yeah, like, you can get used to that, and then, like, when you go to later games, it's like, wait, what's happening, man? Like, you feel kind of robbed when you go into the later games. But it's all good, though. Hey, there we go. That was pretty sweet. You're having headphones now? Oh, that's why it changed. I was like, you know, my voice sometimes does change as the day goes on, or depending on my energy levels, but that's pretty cool, though. Ooh, I might have been able to actually go right through that cycle. That's fine. We got a mask. I don't think we can take a mask out of Embryo, so it's totally fine to make hay while the sun shines and damage abuse here. Man, if I had missed that last jump, that would have been awful. Truly awful. Are my energy levels over 9,000? It depends on the units. It depends on the units. Just engineer things. But thank you, Pander Sarah. I appreciate it. My voice only breaks after singing for 3 hours. That's good, actually. Singing is really tough on your voice. Sounds like you got a voice of steel. I think for me, my voice only starts going away if I have to yell a lot. Like if it's a really loud environment, like if I'm at a loud arcade or if I'm at like an environment where I have to talk loud over a bunch of people. Was my energy level in kilojoules? About 350. About 350 L5. Me at the club? Oh yeah, my voice goes to shit whenever I'm at like a club or a bar or something. My voice definitely will go away. But that's only if I'm talking a lot, like for hours at a time. Like if I'm having a lot of conversations with people, then that matters. But if I have some time to like rest my voice a little bit, or if I'm not talking as much, then of course it'll help. But when you're at the club and when you're at the bar and in social situations, you're going to be talking a lot. So that basically doesn't happen. What's up, Wydine? How you doing? Technically 100 lives is not possible without a glitch, but we can get to 99, certainly. Good thing we have a mask too as kind of a failsafe. What's going on, Zetro? How you doing, dude? Yeah, this theme is dope. Like, this theme definitely rocks out. It's pretty badass. Alright, that was a pretty solid boss battle. Glad you're doing fine, Wydine. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather today, but life is good in general. I definitely can't complain. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Sonic. That's my radio intro. If it could be displayed in text, for that matter. Yo, Lazy, what's going on, man? Good to see you once again. How you doing? Zlab. Gotta make sure this is the last. Actually no, this is not the last. This is one of the last not die levels in the run. Oh, you can take a mask out of Embryo. That's awesome. That helps a ton, actually. That helps a lot, as a matter of fact. What's going on, Niku? How are you doing today? TSP as well. How are you doing today? But yeah, Lights Out is the last. But this is one of the last. Lights Out I don't usually worry about too much. This is the last one where I like take a breath, you know, afterwards. Just got your Switch? Nice. What games do you have on it currently? Just almost done with work and you got some awesome news? Dude, almost being done with work is kind of good news in and of itself, so that's awesome. What's the awesome news? Oops, I got stuck. Indeed, BRT. We might lose 1 or 3 along the backtracking, but we'll see. Breath of the Wild, that's a good one to have. Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Splatoon 2 are probably the ones that I would have if I owned a Switch. Your emote got approved? Nice, man. Congrats. Yeah, they're going through emotes a lot faster now, which is awesome. It seems like they've worked through their initial backlog of affiliate emotes. What's going on, Pidu? The world record is 155 without loads. So my time is definitely a bit far away from the mark, but PB by PB we can definitely get there. For sure. And how's it going, by the way? Alright, so now we gotta go back to Lights Out, and this is the real last color gem level, and then we can dye all we want. Not that we want to, necessarily, but we can't. But we have the liberty to. But yeah, that was a pretty good lap. Excuse me. I'm honestly thinking about putting Stormy Ascent after the lab, just to get it out of the way. Excuse me, rather than have it be the last split. So I wonder if that's better. I wonder if that's better to do. Because I feel like having the run basically just be like, okay, Stormy Ascent's the last split, don't fuck it up. You know, like, you're probably gonna mess it up. So I'm wondering if maybe just getting it out of the way is probably better. But we'll see. You have Lex Lang on Facebook? Oh, cool. I didn't realize he had a Facebook page. After Stormy, you just go through the Great Hall without having to go all the way back. Well, the thing is, like, it ends up being a wash because what I would do is this route currently just goes all the way back to Jungle Rollers and then takes the secret entrance to Stormy Ascent. So if I do Stormy Ascent right at the lab, then I don't really lose any time that way because after Jungle Rollers, I still use the secret warp to go back to the Great Hall. So I don't think it actually loses time. So I don't think it actually loses time to do that. My record is a 2:04:10. It's the last split you see to the right next to the bigger timer. And yo, thank you, Niku. I appreciate it. I definitely hope so too, but one step at a time. Definitely just one step at a time. Yeah, I definitely don't mess around with levels like, you know, with levels like that in 105 either. I try to get them out of the way as soon as possible. Definitely don't like to save something like Ski Crazed for the very end of the run. Don't want that one cycle at the end. Could you imagine doing like Tomb Time, Ski Crazed, Area 51, like Rings of Power, like all those levels at the very end? That would just be, that would be a murderer's row to a run that's on PB pace. Yo, it's all good, Lazy. It's definitely tough. Like I've said before, like I definitely made this game look really, really difficult when I first started playing it. And, oh, that's rough. But it's tough. Like, it's definitely tough. I totally forgot about that platform. That's basically what happened there. I just forgot that the one, like, platform with this thing doesn't have the platform right there. You gotta wait a little bit. There we go. I don't think that Ski Craze is necessarily difficult either. It's just very punishing. It's very punishing if it goes wrong. So that's like why you kind of want to just get it out of the way. So that way, if it does go wrong, then you're good. But I do Area 51, like Area 51, Rings of Power, and Boneyard one cycle are like my last 3 splits. It usually works out fine. I definitely would like to make the end of my 105 run as least stressful as possible. Oh, shit. Wow, that was awesome. Yo, El Fruit, how you doing today? Ah, shit. This is not good. Whoop! Yeah, there you go. It's so easy to get randomly hit in this level. That's what makes it really hard. And then all of a sudden you can't see. Like, that's really what makes this difficult. Yo, Crash Pro, what's going on, man? How you doing? Okay. Avoid those guys. Whew, okay. kind of cutting our losses here. Definitely not the greatest fumbling in the dark. There was a lot of fumbling that went on, but not bad, not terrible either. Yo, welcome back, Bite One. Honestly, like, I did get a little lucky there. Like, I kind of have a feeling of like where I can jump in fumbling in the dark to make sure I don't die when that happens. But it definitely still got to get lucky sometimes. I'm not always the most sure of myself. Waiting for a good chunk of spare time to do some runs. That makes sense. Hopefully the practice has been going well for you, by the way. Yo, thanks, Swole M, and what's up to you and your girlfriend, by the way? Hope you guys are doing well. How many hours have I put into this game? Whatever a month's worth of time is. Probably like, definitely like 100 plus. Maybe close to 200, I would say. Definitely not every time, Lakin. This PB has been difficult to beat, and it is certainly not over yet. There are a lot of levels still coming up that can be problems, including Stormy Ascent, which is like kind of the big daddy of all levels. But this run is definitely looking good. Got to keep it that way, though. Wow, that platform juked me. He totally juked me. He just went like, no. Nah, you're not landing on this platform, man. Try again. Come on. I think I'm just hesitating a little bit there. Like, I think I just started hesitating. There we go. If you just run right through, it's fine. Yeah, you get a free slip and slide into the waist. There we go. What's going on, Normie, by the way? How you doing? No, it's all good. I personally don't believe in jinx. I think what happened there was just a jump that I did not expect to go south, and yeah, I just wasn't prepared for it. Okay, cool. I got the snipe. Sweet. We don't have to backtrack. Feels good, man. Good thing this is not a color gem level. That would suck. That would definitely have been a bummer. So again, we're kind of cutting our losses here. Sometimes this is going to happen, especially in the late game, because I haven't actually done this section of the run. Like, I haven't done the backtracking part of the run all day because I've been resetting. So there definitely might be some rough edges when it comes to like the very end of the run. Do. All right, sounds good. Successfully lazy. Take it easy, man. Hopefully we'll see you back in a little bit. Going pink, too many perps? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by too many perps? Oh, name color. Gotcha. Sometimes there is a wall of like people who tend to have the same chat color, and it's pretty funny. Like, you see a bunch of different names, but they all look the same because it's the same color. Normie is actually green for me, so I don't believe. Some people definitely have their emo color not set, so it ends up looking different depending on whose perspective. Awesome. The whole hog is definitely not as bad from an execution standpoint. I think this level got much easier than the original Crash 1 version. Partially because there's no box glitch. where I believe a box didn't spawn or in Crash 1. Can you set your name color? You can. I don't remember where exactly, but I think on your dashboard settings you can set your chat color. Actually, it's a Bandicoot TSP. Get it right. I'm just giving you a hard time. The little gear underneath the text window. Oh yeah, that button. Yeah, it's the cogwheel under chat. It's been a long time since I did it myself, so I didn't remember where it was from. But thank you guys. Yeah, I don't know exactly, Bill. I think there's a checkbox you can tick to say like I don't want to associate my chat color or something, if I remember correctly. But I might not. Dude, you gotta go for blue Magatoth. It's the best color. Bucket's just misinformed. Blue is really the best color. Hey, you're orange now, Fairy. Congrats, congrats. So your color elf fruit, speaking of which, is yellow to me. What is it for on your side? I would never bucket. Never, ever. Custom orange due to Prime? I didn't know that Prime gave you more options. That's pretty cool, actually. Yo, welcome back, Sidekex, by the way. Your name's like a dark orange? That's what it looks like to me. I know if you don't set your color to anything in particular, sometimes it will appear different depending on the person. Okay, so you did actually set it to yellow then. Gotcha. Yo! Rip! Wow! Oh. I'm just gonna hold that pouty face for a little while. I definitely like spun. Like I spun, but it was like just a little too early and then he got me. Like that sucks. That's a ton of time lost too. Ugh, that's just, it doesn't need to be lost like that. That's the thing. Like you really just don't need to do that. It's just a very, that's like a way to, a very particularly frustrating way to lose time. See, there I waited a really long time and actually almost got killed again. I waited a really long time and actually almost got killed. You know, it's just, sometimes the plant timing can be finicky. And dang, that costs like a minute. That's definitely not a very good way to lose a minute of time. What's going on, Zoozer and Davio? How are you guys doing? What's up, Xbondo as well? Good to see you as well. Which level are you having trouble with, Psychex? And what's up, Cop CX? How you doing? That's good to hear, Davio. I'm glad you're doing all right, man. Okay. Oh, I can definitely earn it back. This run is definitely far from over, with still plenty of time saved to come. But it is, but that's just definitely like a hard one to take. That's a hard one to take right there, dying to a plant in the in the bottom of Boulder Dash. Dying in Stormy Ascent, no problem, you know. That's fine. But that one was definitely tough. It's all good though. Definitely does happen sometimes. Glad you're doing well, Cop. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today, but life is good in general. I don't like using the cancer term BRT, but I'm not really sure which one level they could be referring to. There we go. But yeah, I'm feeling all right though, Cop. Definitely, I do appreciate it regardless. I'm still waiting to hear back on my initial application, Zuzer. So hopefully we'll hear back soon, and hopefully with a positive response as well. But we'll just have to wait and see. Gross. Is this my new record? Well, I haven't finished the run yet, so if at the end of the run I am ahead of this current run, then yes, it will be a new record. But the run is far from over yet. Well, sometimes there's a big backlog, and I would imagine that they're probably seeing a lot more applications during the summer than they would at other times of the year, because everybody who's in college or, you know, ordinarily has obligations throughout the normal school year will now have a lot more time to stream. So it's possible that also in the summertime, people tend to take a lot of vacations. So it could be that, you know, people from Twitch are on vacation, or you know, there's just a lot of applications. So I don't think they're dragging their feet. I think it's just, you know, probably just a lot of customers is or a lot of people, a lot of applications and stuff that they need to sift through, and it just takes time. There you go, Niku. I like the purple on you. It looks good. Oh, really, Expondo? I didn't realize that. Thanks, man. You're the best. I'm just kidding, man. I'm not kidding about the fact that you're the best, though, because you are. You're pretty awesome, man. Yo, Mullah Makarna. What's up, dude? How you doing? I do not watch Game of Thrones, Citro. I've not watched an episode of that show just yet. What's up, Sumimasen? How are you doing? Can you put your record on the screen? It is on the screen. It's the time on the far right that says the Great Hall. It says 2:04:10. That's good to hear. Oh, oops. That was good to hear, Sumimasen. I definitely have a few complaints. Life is still good. Life is still good for me. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today, but otherwise life is good. Oh, I see, Mullah Makarna. Hopefully that was a good time. And what's up, PlayStation 365 as well. What's going on, Mikey? As well. How are you doing today, buddy? Under the weather? It's a slang expression for feeling like a little sick. Yeah, that usually when somebody says they're feeling under the weather, that means that they're feeling sick or otherwise. Yo, it happened again! Dude, that's sick. Wow, that is cool. That is really cool. Is that other time world record? No, world record is not displayed on screen. We got the good boost this time. The villager decided to be a bro and help us out. Your new favorite emote? I like that. That is pretty good, actually. I do like that one. Yo, SSJ, welcome back, man. Under the weather is a pretty old school saying. I would say it's like a pretty old school saying, so like a lot of people may not have heard that before, and I think it's like a North American type thing in general. So it doesn't get said that much these days, but I say it. Didn't I do this level already? I did, but I did not get the box gem because we weren't able to get it. We needed to get the red gem first. Now that we have it, no big deal. It's said in the UK also. Okay. I guess it's overall like native English-speaking countries, for that matter. Should correct myself. So 155. I don't remember the number of seconds, but it's a 155 without loads. Do 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 do. Come on. There we go. Who wants to know something interesting? I do. What's the interesting thing? Isn't that how we are normally? Yes, as a matter of fact, Expondo. We are. My mind is blown. Did I take the gem back for safety? I haven't tried falling on the other side, so like I know that you can do it, but I don't know exactly where to jump, and I don't want to risk dying. I don't want to risk dying at this point with the way the run's going. The Crash Enzane Tier Golly. No, I've never heard of that game before. All right, that's good though. That gold split is definitely something that we need. If you just walk left where the box used to be and go straight down, you'd be completely safe. Oh, that's good to know actually. I'll have to try to remember that next time. That's actually really nice, and seems very easy. Japan Sony had a PS2 console called the PSX, had a menu display just like the PS3. Interesting, because PSX is usually an acronym for the original PlayStation 1. Like, it puts you in the middle of that board section. That's pretty awesome, though. That means it's, like, super safe. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty decent too with a gold split. Definitely can't complain with that. I'm gonna get hit here on purpose. Just so that way I don't have to sit there and wait. And because if I get third mass form, I'm actually not able to get that Brio token. That was a bit close. This is nice and cool, though. Helps me get that box way up top. Unfortunately, this doesn't last very long because we lose it going into the bonus, but it's still pretty cool. What's going on, Toxic Waster, by the way? How you doing? Oh, yeah, that's like the troll Brio token. Expondo. That is definitely the troll token. Interesting. There we go. Oh, how expensive was it when it released, Mikey? I wonder if maybe people got priced out of it. Oh, no worries, Toxic Waster. Good to have you regardless. Hope you're doing well today. Life is good, I must say. A little bit sick, but aside from that, doing pretty well. It's been a good day. That's fine. That's fine. I'll lose a mask. I will take that as opposed to dying. Alright, sounds good, SSJ. Yeah, I don't want to say under the weather anymore because I realize now that people don't know what that means. So I don't want to confuse anybody. It wasn't discontinued until 1 month before the PS4 came out. That's weird. How expensive was it when it released? Also, that's pretty cool. Got a little nice little gold segment there as well. Yeah, all you got to do is have an extra mass user, and you can survive anything. Not falling. Anything but falling, but anything else, Aku's got your back, man. The spin when you land is to reduce some delay of landing. It skips an animation where Crash lands and then starts running again. It's pretty short, but if you spin, it basically just gets rid of that, so you can immediately start running forward. It boosts you a little bit farther forward too, if you have third mass form, and you can see it a lot more clearly if you have invincibility. The kind of boost that it gives. It is actually not a world record pace, Citro. I must correct you. Currently, the world record is currently a 155 without loads, so we're definitely on PB pace, but definitely not on world record pace. The name makes you think of Reddit. Oh, come on. There's some good subreddits out there. Some areas of it, not so much, but other areas are fantastic. Future Diary? What do you mean? There we go. Like the Donald, exactly. No, Reddit can actually be very useful. That's the thing. Like Reddit can actually be very useful. The thing about, but then there are some areas of Reddit that I can't even comprehend. Like I don't understand the meta that's going on in those subreddits. Saw mention of Yuki. Oh, okay. I totally missed that. I was like, wait, where's the context here? I got you now, though. Yuki, my waifu for laifu. Yeah, if a website gets popular enough, it's probably going to do that to some degree, Pander Sarah. You may have a good point there. It cost $500 when it first came out. That seems expensive around the PS2 and PS3 era. That definitely does seem expensive. And yo, Pez, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, especially Bucket Waifu for Laifu. That's my favorite waifu. I love that emote, Niku. That's like one of my favorite globals. It was a Japan exclusive. That still seems expensive, though. Like, if you consider it to the PS2 and PS3, like, I could see why people didn't buy it. Especially with a decade less of inflation. Me, waifu for laifu. I don't know if I'm that good, Expondo. That's high praise. All right, good third mass form here. But like here, you can definitely see how the boosting works, and definitely on downward slopes. There we go. What's going on? Totally not Andy. How you doing? Dude, everybody wants a cute gaming boyfriend. Everybody. There we go. Everybody needs a cute gaming boyfriend or girlfriend in their life. Whichever you prefer. Just found out you're bad at poker? Wait, what happened? It was a fully integrated DVR? I mean, that's cool, for sure. But I could see how like a lot of people would think it's superfluous. Especially like it had some cool stuff on it, but it didn't catch on. Like people didn't feel like they wanted it, so to speak. Missed one box? I don't believe so. I believe 30 crates is the correct number. As Panasonic's GameCube DVD player? Wait, how much did that cost? Glad you're doing fine, though, Totally Not, Andy. That's good to hear. When's the big blind race day? Bucket and I are going to talk more about that later today. We're going to have a little chit-chat and figure out what the straw poll options are going to be. So we're going to narrow our... our list of games down to... we're going to narrow our list of games down to 3 games. And then we're going to have you guys vote on which blind race game we want to do. Yo, Pez! With that resub.
Chris, congratulations on being awesome. Lol.
Why put the LOL afterwards? You're making me question myself. I'm just kidding. Thank you for the 2-month sub. I appreciate it very, very much. 650 the first day it came out, and then after 1 week it went down to 400. Did it help though? Did it help? Blind Race FF7, that'll only take 24 hours. No big deal, Toxic Waster. We can make it happen. But yeah, all non-chosen games won't be going away. As Bucket mentioned, we're gonna have a as Bucket mentioned, we're gonna keep those games in the log, and we'll probably just add new games to the list. Maybe rotate some out that we're not feeling anymore. And that's basically like our thinking for. That's basically our thinking for like future blind races. So we'll basically just have a list of games that we can blind race, and every once in a while when we do these races, you know, we'll definitely have some good options. And definitely excited to do another one because I'm definitely looking forward to doing more races, and hopefully with more suitable games than Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Although the game was fantastic, it was definitely too hard for a blind race. Dear Mr. Streamer, do you read whispers? I do after the stream. I do not. I cannot see whispers while I stream, and I would not be able to respond to them anyway. So after the stream, I take a look at my whispers. Wrath of Cortex Hundo race. That sounds like Bucket's idea of hell, for that matter. I'm not sure how you would feel about that. Blind Race Metal Gear Solid? I feel like Metal Gear Solid is a game that I don't want to rush through. I feel like that's a game that I want to take my time with. What's up, Mitch? How you doing? A blind race is basically... yo, first of all, Zepp and Cirque with the $1.
Asterisk, 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 greater than.
It didn't finish. Interesting that it didn't finish, but thank you for the $1, Zepp and Cirque. I appreciate it. A blind race is basically a race of a game that you never played before. So that's what makes it interesting, is that we both basically just have to wing it and try to get through the race as fast as possible. Blind Jack and Daxter race, is there just like a lot of stuff that you need to know, like where it is in general? Like there's just too much, like it's too big, or it's like too like it's too big, or it's too like hard to decipher. Yeah, I think maybe for next time, Pander Sarah, I'll probably I'm thinking that for next time I can probably move Stormy Ascent later. So glad I'm done with Stormy Ascent. You're not the only one, Cosmic Kitten. I didn't think I was going to land on top of there, so I kind of lost confidence. Whew, okay, that was interesting. A blind race of greater than less than. I've never heard of that Pokemon. Is this the hardest level? I would say so. This is definitely a very hard level indeed. Super Mario 3D World? I would be down for that. But Bucket, I don't think is a fan of Mario games, so that probably won't work for our purposes. Do 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 do. Blind race Minecraft. You're talking to the wrong guy when it comes to Minecraft. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait here. I'm gonna be very patient. Very easy for this to snowball out of control. Yo, Biz! Biz with the $1.
Chris, did you know that my sprinkler goes like this, and comes back like TTT?
I did not know that, but thank you for letting me know, Biz, and thank you for the $1. I do appreciate it. I thought I pressed X in time. That's a good one, though. What's up, Alias Ryu, by the way? How are you doing? Yo, Cam, thank you for the host, by the way. I do appreciate it. Whew, okay, we made it to the bonus. That's good. Oh, get in there. There we go. Alright, take it easy, SSJ. Thanks for the good luck, man. I do appreciate it. I do know about the drop-down skip there, but I'm not very good at recreating it purposefully. So that's something that, like, that's definitely something to work on. Oops, there we go. She was supposed to read it differently. I think I know where you were going with that, but sometimes text-to-speech doesn't always work out. But that's why it's awesome at the same time. Whoa, whoa, no! Oh, I started freaking out. Oh no, dude, I almost had it. I almost had the perfect bonus. I started freaking out. I missed that initial jump, and I just like totally like. I missed that jump, and I just went like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Like I didn't know how to fix it. Like, I really didn't know how to fix it. What's up, Rhea Ken? And yo, Cam, thank you for the bits, man. I appreciate it. Just got to be careful. I think I got a little bit ahead of myself. That was... I think I just got a little bit ahead of myself, honestly. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, man. I was doing fine, but I just like couldn't get out of there. Yo, Biz, thank you for the bits as well, man. I appreciate it. Hey, I didn't forget about those spikes up there this time as well. Do 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 do. Yeah, at least I only died once in the bonus. That's true. At least it wasn't a snowball type thing. The racing levels in Crash 3. Which one? Hog Ride or Road Crash? Yo! Fuck. Gibbery donated $1.
FS KFS 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 K Gooly Wooly Doopity Doo. The cow says moo and eats a kangaroo. Pascal duty, but how many W can you W before W stops sounding like W and nay nor nay? Nor nay nor.
Yo, thank you, Gibbery for the $1 and Biz for the 11 bits. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think what happened there was you have to jump early around the spikes with the fast-moving platforms, and I didn't jump early enough the first time. So that's basically what happened there. All right, BRT sounds good. Thanks for hanging out today. I do appreciate it. Yo, he sniped me. Dang, he sniped me. All right, yeah, I can't do that. I keep forgetting that you can't just run out there. Okay, there we go. Hey, yo, thank you for the additional bits, Biz. I appreciate you. Cancer is not a good word to be using here. I don't like that term. Yeah. The first shot, definitely. He would fucking 360 no-scoped me like a champ. Okay. There we go. Whew, okay. Unfortunately, we lost some time, which is unfortunate. Honestly, up until the bonus, that was a really good run, and I was starting to get excited because I was like, oh man, this is going to be a deathless stormy ascent. It's going to be awesome. And then, and yeah, and then that basically I ended up getting stuck in one particular part and just like kind of and then just kind of like freaked out a little bit, and then I forgot how the end of Stormy Ascent went, but that's okay though. What's up, Metin alias Ryu? And yo, what Biz, thank you again for the additional bits, man. I do appreciate it. Being spoiled right now. Road Crash is hard, Psychex. Don't worry. Like, even for good players, Road Crash is hard. Or players who do speedrun the game, I should say. I didn't mean it like that. Okay. All right, so definitely not quite the big PB that we were hoping for, but still, a PB is a PB. Oh, that would have been so terrible, Howling Wolf. Yo, BizBony, thank you for the additional bits. Thank you. I appreciate it. Still a PB. I cannot complain with that, honestly. Do 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 do.